We're heading back to Ontario, Renfrew County to be exact. It's a place of big lakes, endless forests, hunting culture, and moose that will trample you if you're unlucky. But in September 2015, there was a far deadlier predator on the loose. His name? Basil Borutsky, Basil the Hive, as locals sometimes called him, a man with a history of violence against women. Over the course of one day, 3 women, Carol Cullerton, Anastasia Kuzik, and Natalie Warmerdam, would lose their lives at his hands. It's one of Canada's worst examples of domestic violence spiralling into mass murder. Basil Borutsky was 58 years old in 2015, living alone in a small apartment by the Madawaska River in Palmer Rapids. Outwardly, he was a handyman. Inwardly, he was a ticking time bomb. He had a long history of abusing women, charges for assault, uttering threats, violating restraining orders, but he always saw himself as the victim. Over decades, he built a reputation in Renfrew County. Someone you avoided, someone dangerous. By the time of the murders, Borutsky had been in and out of jail but had never faced a sentence that truly matched his crimes. His flaw? A violent sense of entitlement fueled by paranoia and self-pity. What was at stake? The safety of every woman who crossed his path. Borutsky's violence wasn't new. In 2012, he was jailed for assaulting Natalie Warmerdam and threatening to choke her son. In 2013, he served just 33 days of a 5-month sentence and walked free. By 2015, despite a long pattern of stalking and threats, he wasn't monitored closely. He refused to sign probation orders, skipped mandated anti-violence sessions, and still had access to weapons and cars despite bans. The system that should have protected his victims left huge gaps, and Borutsky stepped right through them. The trigger for his spree came when Carol Cullerton, one of his former partners, firmly ended their relationship. Within weeks, he began plotting revenge. The warning signs were everywhere. Carol Cullerton had called police about Borutsky's harassment. Natalie Warmerdam installed cameras, a panic button, and even got a shotgun for protection. Anastasia Kuzik had previously testified against him in court, earning his hatred. Borutsky posted signs around the county listing his enemies, ranted to probation officers about being hunted by the system, and left handwritten notes at Carol's cottage in the days before the killings, classic red flags. But to outsiders, he also played the victim, claiming he was framed and persecuted. He saw his victims as liars who had abused the system, an excuse that masked what he was really planning. September 22nd, 2015. Early morning. Borutsky borrows his neighbour's car, takes a shotgun, and drives to Carol Cullerton's cottage by the lake. She tries to run inside. He smashes the glass door with his elbow, enters, and strangles her with a TV cord. He then steals her car and drives to Anastasia Kuzik's farmhouse. Inside, Anastasia's sister hides behind a counter as Borutsky shoots Anastasia in the neck. She calls 911 frantic.
Ontario Provincial Police, where's your emergency?
He came in the house with a gun. He was screaming and she's lying on the ground.
Minutes later, he's on the road to Natalie Warmerdam's farmhouse. He walks in and chases her through the house before shooting her dead as well. 3 women, 3 crime scenes, all before noon. A manhunt begins across Renfrew County. Even after killing 3 women, Borutsky maintained he wasn't a murderer. In a police interview after his arrest, he ranted for hours about malicious prosecution, calling himself the true victim. He claimed the women lied, that the system abused him, and that what he did wasn't murder but justice.
9:49 a.m. on the 23rd of September 2015, and I'm going to retrieve Basil from the cell area and move him into the interview room.
So do you understand that those are the charges that are being brought against you right now?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any questions about that?
No. I didn't murder anybody.
There are no more serious crimes than murder.
I didn't murder anybody.
That's right, you killed somebody. Correct? Killed 3 people, actually. What's the difference between killing and murder?
That was show, no murder. Commandments.
Mm-hmm. So is killing justified? Is that what you're getting at?
I'm saying
I believe it's actually thou shalt not kill.
that you're wrong, there's their reading the Bible.
Yeah.
Basil Beruzzi is a kind, caring, God-fearing human being. So how
You know what?
I guess
That is a point we agree on.
we need to go back to the past and find out how could this have happened.
That is a point we agree on. Basil, do you care what people think about you?
No, I know what people think about me. I have a few friends that are really friends. The rest of the people in the society are all judging me now on what use have done to me. And the system is so corrupt that
Well, it's difficult for sure. I don't know. I wouldn't say it's necessarily corrupt, but it's definitely got some
it's corrupt.
prosecution. Why do you keep bringing that up? Or what does it have to do with me?
You're a police officer.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
We're part of the big brother. One does something dirty, the rest of us all follow suit and hide and keep the guy safe. You know, you never had his malicious prosecution on the part of the old people, so it doesn't matter.
Well, first of all, I'm not here to prosecute you of anything. That's not my job, Basil. Well, I mean, I think I made sure you had some clothing instead of that jumpsuit, right?
After they starved me all this, they never fed me nothing, wouldn't give me nothing, not even water. Yeah, that was really nice.
But again, that wasn't me, right? I just got here this morning at about
So
8.
your so-called brothers, great bunch of human beings. Geez, Basil was innocent. Maybe you could find out that some of these cops done some pretty bad things, and they framed me in jail for saying that I was going to hang the kid, which I did not do, never intended to, never even crossed my mind.
Sometimes people are not truthful.
A lot. She lied a lot, and the Crown Attorney said, it's okay to lie. That was her end statement, I think. It's okay, some people lie.
So is that why
What's the point of going to court when it's okay to lie?
So is that why you killed these girls, Basil? Because they're not going to get their comeuppance in court. They're going to lie. They're going to escape responsibility.
If you're a cop, you should know that people that use the system are guilty. I want you to look into the past charges against me by those women, and I want you to do that proper investigation from the point of view of what really happened, and then have a retrial, a fair trial, and then we'll talk about reality. So any information you want from me, you can get by simply doing the proper investigation for the past. I was put in jail twice, wrongfully. Now go out there and find. You're a good cop, you go out and find out why that's wrong. It's not hard.
What were they for? What were you in jail
You
for?
don't have to look very hard to figure out that no, it's right. Basil should not have been in jail. After you do that,
First step of the investigation is tell me what I'm investigating. What were you charged with?
don't play me for stupid. You know exactly.
I don't know, Basil. I don't have to play you for stupid. I don't have to pretend when I don't know what you were charged with. I understand you have a criminal
I
record.
think you're stupid right now to talk to me as if I'm stupid. Just go out there and punch the computer. Don't talk. Don't act like I'm an idiot.
The twist here is chilling. Borutsky believed his killings were justified. He saw no contradiction between strangling a woman with a TV cord and calling himself spiritual. He'd left notes and sent texts to family members framing the murders as his retaliation against an unfair world. After the murders, Borutsky didn't flee far. He sat on a park bench outside Ottawa, texting his daughter and others, leaving the murder weapon in the grass with a note beside it. Police moved in and arrested him without incident.
feel right now, not at the time is what I'm getting at. Right now, me and you in this room,
Empty. Aaron says. And then, wow, the other part is saying it's the wrong way.
do you understand how what's happened to these three women is wrong?
Yeah.
Would you take it back if you could?
Of course.
His trial in 2017 was almost as surreal as his crimes. He refused to enter a plea. Not guilty was entered on his behalf. Prosecutors laid out the evidence. 3 victims, clear intent, no remorse. Brutsky sat yawning through sentencing. The jury found him guilty on all counts of first-degree murder. He was sentenced to life in prison with no parole for 25 years.